Yeah, good morning, lovely people out there. This is WAFFI TV and your favorite program, Man in Focus. My name is Jude Magada. I will be your host. I have engineer Abanon Andrew. You're welcome, sir.
Thank you very much.
You're very much welcome. And on my left hand side, I have with me engineer John Akpoibo. You're welcome, sir.
Thank you very much.
That name Akpoibo sounds like a Niger Delta name. Are you from Niger Delta?
Of course, I'm home now.
Wow. Yeah. This is WAFFI TV. You can start following us right now on our social media platforms, on Facebook at WAFFI TV, on Instagram at WAFFI TV, and on Twitter at WAFFI TV1, on YouTube at WAFFI TV. Also, you can go download the WAFFI TV app on your Google Play Store so that you can watch some more exciting programs on the go. I'll be right back after this time out.
Oh boy, now worry you. Oh boy, they hear him.
Normal level.
You dey feel him. Now worry matters.
Come on,
oh boy, not touch him. That's all. What you dey find? What you want here? I been a news. I been a entertainment. Political information. I been a sports. WAFFI TV go give you the best anytime, any day.
Yeah, welcome back. We are right back. Okay, like you know, safety is something that cannot be overemphasized. Like you know, safety has a lot to do with you. You have to take total control of yourself. Watch over yourself. There are things you need to know for you to be safe. Yeah, that is safety. And right here with me, like I told you, I have some safety professionals who are right here to talk to us on safety. Sir, I want to know, you have an institution talking about the Nigerian Institution of Safety Engineers. What is it all about?
Yeah, the Nigerian Institution of Safety Engineers, with the acronym NISafety-E, is an institution that has been drawn up from the body of engineers. We have the parent body, which is the Nigerian Society of Engineers, NSC. So at a MEMAT, it was agreed, due to the issues we're having in the society that is bordering on public safety, that the safety division be created. And that is what gave birth to the Nigerian Institution of Safety Engineers.
Okay. Now over to you, Mr. or probably Engineer John. You know this is your professional terms.
Yeah.
No, Engineer John. This is your institution talking about the Nigerian Institution of Safety Engineers.
Yeah.
Why do you think people should associate themselves with this body, or probably why do you think people should join this body?
All right. Like my chairman has rightly said, this is the safety division of Nigerian Society of Engineers, and of course it's a multidisciplinary body made up of different categories of engineering. You understand? Engineers. So these engineers, they do design of every process, construction wise process, so they know the design life of every, like a machine, like a road. And then safety is an aspect that has to be considered in design of any machinery or design of road structures. So we're looking at it, if a broad spectrum or a good number of the populace have that knowledge or intent or understanding about safety, the issues of safety will be less. And then if engineers see safety as integral part of their discipline, you understand me? That sense of safety is going beyond just designing for aesthetics, just designing for durability, just designing for money, economy, you understand me? Safety, if we take a better look or a clearer look at safety in engineering, a lot of incidents or accidents will be reduced. Are you getting me? So it's a body that is reawakening that safety part of every engineering sector. Do you understand? For a safer society. Now, why should people join this institution? People should join, or engineers, like what, apart from engineers, membership is actually open to safety professionals. Why they should join is because the institution provides advice to members on job placement, and then career progression. You understand me? You know, they will tell you your career path based on your interest, and then when safety is something you're fronting, you'll be guided. Do you understand? And also, is the institution is represented on the Council of Korean. You understand? And it maintains a close relationship with Korean. When I mean Korean, Council of the people that regulate engineering in Nigeria. So we have that collaboration. Then people should also join to improve their training, their understanding, and then when they execute activities, good number of the society is not having an awareness about safety. So why engineers design, or why the public carry out a day-to-day activity with with this little public awareness, they are very much careful, having safety in mind. And then road collapse will be reduced, then domestic incidents will be reduced, industrial incidents will be reduced. You understand? It's a function of how well do the public know. Even the engineers, how well are they taking that part seriously? Are you getting me? So these are reasons why people should join. When they join, they have a career path, they have this collaboration. You understand me? So it becomes easier.
So actually, like in a nutshell, the Institute of the Nigerian Institution of Safety Engineers is actually to sensitize the people on their own safety, probably safety as it may be, isn't it?
Yeah, they go beyond sensitization. The institution helps to develop and build capacity for practitioners. So it's a platform, it's a body that we look at how safety is being managed, from the design of a project to operation to maintenance, even to abandonment. Because you can imagine, people don't even think about safety of abandonment. For example, you hear of people, they discard their batteries wherever they like, but because of the lack of knowledge. So it goes beyond that. And again, becoming a member, you have chance to develop yourself. You have chance to network. You have chance to build capacity. And again, it's bodies like this that collaborates with the government, that collaborates with industries, that collaborates with well-meaning individuals who want to impact on the safety of people. So you need this body, and you need to be part of this body to enjoy all this.
Well, thank you very much. Because of our time, we will be going on this short break, and when we come back, a lot to be learned. Thank you.
Oh boy, now worry oh. Oh boy, they hear him.
Normal level.
You don't feel him. Now worry matters.
Come on,
oh boy, not touch him. That's all. What till you define? What till you want here? I been the news. I been the entertainment. Political information. I been the sports. WAFFI TV go give you the best anytime, any day.
Okay, over to you, Mr. Engineer Abanu. Please forgive me. Now, we have witnessed or seen probably a lot of these accidents, talking about the roads and even the waterways. Now, sometimes when things like this come up, people tend to want to liken them to either one spiritual effect or the other. They say, pray from house, or he prayed from home, or his witches followed him. But they don't want to look at the other side of it, talking about the safety aspect of it. I believe there are things and measures needs to be put in place before any journey can be embarked on. Now, I don't know, your body is coming now to Delta State. Now, how will your body look into these issues, talking about the consistent accidents on the roads or occurrences on the roads and on the waters?
Okay, thank you very much. Like we said before, that this institution is going to help the populace to be able to align safety priorities. Accidents happen on the roads, not because they couldn't have been prevented, but because safety measures and precautions that were to be put in place have been compromised. It could either be from the vehicle or the operator, which happens to be the driver, or other road users. But principally, the bulk of the issue is on the operator, which is the driver. Our vehicles today, they are well equipped with safety equipments, safety measures. For example, you have the lights coming on the dashboard. It tells you of something. Then the driver, is he aware what that could cause?
Okay.
So that is where the issue is. So we are going to be running programs, especially for commercial drivers. We're going to be engaging them on what they should know to prevent those accidents. Some of them, most of them don't even have a license. So we will not do this in isolation. We will be collaborating. Like I said, this is so collaborating with other parties. But we will be collaborating with, for example, road safety to do that. And when you talk about marine, it's a peculiar environment.
Yeah.
It's a peculiar environment. If you check our waterways today, are they complying with marine safety? You will see people boarding the speedboat and traveling. How many of them do you see with the common life vest that's supposed to protect them? The drivers of those speedboats, are they educated? Do they know? What do they know about safety, marine safety? So this is a gap, or I would rather say a lacuna, that is in the transportation sector. And we have come in to bridge that gap.
Well, that's a very wonderful one coming from you, sir. And over to you, Mr. John, or Engineer John. Talking about the industry segment, we've seen a lot of accidents as well. Sometimes these people would say they went for safety trainings, okay, but yet we still have industrial accidents every now and then. What will your body do concerning this?
Yeah, it's what we call learning from incidents, reflective learning. There are repeated safety incidents in the industry, probably because the approach, they say it's only a fool that tries to do the same thing the same way and expect a different results.
Yeah.
Are you getting me? And ideally, it depends on the content or what the industry is producing. Every industry have what's called hazards, different hazards. I know if you're working in maybe an oil and gas sector, by the process, you're talking about hydrocarbon. And the such as fire triangle. You have the heat, there's ignition source, the fuel, and then oxygen is always in the air. So once this triangle is completed, there will be explosion. So whatever your operation is, you're looking at what will not make this cycle complete. There are solvents or there are chemicals that have their own ignition points. Sometimes they don't need an ignition source. Once they get close, once they are charged in the air, sometimes on their own, they are volatile in nature. They have their own ignition point, they will just ignite. You understand me? So in dealing with industrial incidents or accidents, it's not just within fire. We have ranging from pinch hazards. You're working with a machine. You see some people's their hand are getting trapped into. Are you getting me?
Yeah.
You have to look at the wider picture. Whatever action you're taking, you have to say what can happen. Whatever job you're doing, you have to say is there a robust enough job JHA, what we call JHA, job accident analysis on that activity, job hazard analysis. Do you understand me? You do that before you engage in any activity. Do you understand me? So industrial incidents or accidents, they are prevalent in an environment where safety consciousness is low. Do you understand? Even if they have the awareness or the consciousness, we're talking about the practicability of the information you have. Do you put it to work? Are you doing what you're told to do? Are you doing what are in the papers? Are you abiding to company rules and policies on safe operation? Are you getting me? So all those things, like what my chairman has he talked about earlier, we're going to be collaborating with safety champions in industry. Are you getting me? Now we are looking at the engineering aspect of it. This is your plant, fine. We have a know-how of how this plant works. We know what can fail in the plants. That is why the NIC, Nigerian Institution of Safety Engineers, I told you it's a multidisciplinary engineering body. You know, you have the chemical engineers there, you have the mechanical engineers there, you have civil engineers there. So when all the profile solution, they come from the engineering
holistic.
Very holistic. I get me. You look at the bigger picture. You don't talk about safety and just, you don't have to be myopic when you're dealing with safety. If not, incidents will occur, because there's a lot of things. No matter how you plan safety, there might be risk or things that may lead to incident that you don't know. So when your picture is broad enough, you capture a lot of hazard and you put in your controls. Are you getting me? So we're going to be collaborating with those safety personnel in industries. Are you getting me? Just to boost their safety approach in producing a safe working environment. Do you understand?
Yeah, I don't know if I can just cite an example here. When we talk about this knowledge and this lacuna that I mentioned earlier, just recently on the 11th of September here, a disaster happened at Ibadan, the NNPC depot. Okay. And eyewitnesses, according to eyewitness report, there was a fire and explosion in the depot. And what led to it? Because the driver, his truck couldn't start and he needed to change his battery. Of course, in the loading depot, the area is already charged.
Yes.
He mentioned about, my secretary already mentioned about fire triangle. The area is charged already, okay? And you have air. So you have two components of fire triangle already. So it's just waiting for ignition source.
Yes.
So this knowledge of a thing is costly.
Awareness.
So in the process of replacing his battery, there was a spark.
As simple as little spark.
And that's what led to the explosion, leaving so many people injured and this shut down for. So you can imagine, that is this thing that is happening in the industry. That's why so many things happen in the industry.
And in Delta State,
ordinarily, a layman would not, or an ordinary man would not want to believe that just a spark can create such an havoc.
Yeah.
Okay. I think the institution has really come to enlighten the people, on safety tips and measures. Okay. Let's look at how now there are so many issues that will be bugging in the minds of our listeners out there. Some will say, must I have to go to a safety institution before I can start thinking safety? Some persons will say there's this safety, is the HSC. Yeah, HSC, yeah. Some people will say it's only people that attend that course or goes for that course that has the right to talk about safety or to know safety. I don't know. How can you expatiate on this?
Let me come in on that. Having an awareness on something is different from developing your skill on that same stuff. There are trainings that can certify you as a safety competence personnel to handle a site of job. Are you getting me? Then on the awareness level, in your house, you know what can cause trip and fall.
Yeah.
If you put, a drop of water has to be cleaned immediately, especially for maybe like a tight surface with less grip. You understand me? Someone can just step on the water. Are you getting me? So ideally, you don't need a training on that. Like what the Nigerian Institution of Safety Engineers are doing, we are bringing safety to the doorstep of Deltans. You understand me? In a very usual, in a very normal approach, explaining, okay, like domestic incident, how can it be averted? We tell you, okay, whenever you're going out, please be conscious of your electrical appliances, switch them off, check their status before you leave. Are you getting me? It may be difficult. Then when you develop that lifestyle, you become very conscious of safety. How are your burglaries designed? Do you design your windows in such a way that when there's fire in your house, you can exits, emergency exits? People don't have those structures added. Now, because the awareness is not there. Even if I don't have any prior safety knowledge, I say I want to build a structure, I can tell my civil, my engineers, please put emergency exit for me. Whenever there's fire, I can escape from this part of my house. A lot of people don't have those designs, and because of that, whenever there's incident, you see the high level of fatality. We've heard of people die of carbon monoxide poisoning from our normal pass my neighbor generator, because
It's
they don't
still
know. It's still happening because they don't know when your exhaust is directly to your window. There's what as cross ventilation. You are inhaling carbon monoxide, and then in your sleep, you can just go, because it's very dangerous to the brain cells. Do you understand? So these are the things we do. So progressively, we'll be coming out, to enlighten the public on how domestic incidents can be reduced. You understand me? So, what about the use of gas? There are sometimes, even if your gas cylinder is outside, there's a link that supplies the gas itself. If you are using an oven, that there might be a leak. I'm talking about internally, not outside. Even if your cylinder is outside, that leak may cause a charged environment inside the oven, and by the time you just want to ignite the gas, you see the explosion from the oven. That leak will be continuous in that place. You won't know it. The environment will be charged. Immediately fire comes in. Of course, oxygen is free.
Sure.
Before you see domestic accidents, and maybe you're not talking about the level of fatality, maybe 2-3 persons in the kitchen, or there's what you call combustible materials. Fire will burn from one element to another element, from one element to another element, and that will now bring us to how you handle different kind of fire. You cannot sell electric fire and then you want to put it off with water, are you getting me? Yes. Those are awareness. So if you don't have those awareness, you escalate issues. Fire you can handle inside your kitchen, you won't know. You just take the whole house, and a lot of people will die. So NI safety is coming to the public. We'll be having public enlightenment. We'll go to marketplaces, go to the public environment, and enlighten people about what can reduce domestic incidents or accidents at home.
Wow. Thank you very much, beautiful listeners, for being with us on the show this morning focus. This is WAFFI TV, and join us same time next week on this very wonderful program. I am still your host, Juice Magada.